Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the Neorah Undated Daily Planner. And I know what you're thinking. You already have a dated daily planner. Why would you want an undated one? Let me tell you. Today we are going to be discussing in detail the differences between having a dated versus an undated planner and how each of them serve a different purpose. It comes with your usual thank you card, the story pamphlet, and also with the user guide. And this time all the planners are coming with a pen loop, which I absolutely love. You open up to your usual nameplate page, then you have your personal information and you get your vision board spread as well. So all of this is exactly the same. Here begins the difference. You have the yearly layout. You have the days 1 to 31, but the months are not present. So you can start and stop whenever. Following that, you have all the monthly spreads. Again, the days are laid out like Monday to Sunday is in one row. None of the dates are filled in, right? So you can again fill it in as and when you're using for whatever month. The months are all together as usual, and then you get to the weekly section. Again, Monday to Sunday in a row. The first half is divided for the tasks. The second half is an hourly layout from 4 a.m. to 3 a.m. and then you just have all the weeklies clubbed together. Again, nothing has any dates mentioned. Finally, you get to all of the daily section. The layout is exactly the same. You have your priorities, your affirmations, your grateful for, accomplishments, and that's it. Those are all of the daily pages. Finally, when you come to the end, you get your usual habit wheels, you get your expense trackers, you get your passion pages, and you get your year in review page and the pocket as well. All of this is exactly the same as the dated daily planner. The only difference being that nowhere you will find any dates, any months, any yearly markers, right? Even on the cover of the dated daily, you will see 2026 written. It's also on the spine, but on the undated, you're not going to see any such markers. So it's just a plain old notebook. Let me tell you that both of these planners solve very different problems. For a dated planner, the ideal user is somebody who loves routine, who loves structure. You will be planning out most of your days, probably down to the hour. You want structure, you want predictability, and you are okay with occasionally having skipped days, but you are that particular in using your planner that you are not going to be skipping days. It is amazing as a primary planner, right? When you are using an undated planner, it works very differently. It is not about consistency. This is not something that you have to be in every single day. It is more about flexibility. An undated planner gives you room to falter, to grow, while giving you a structure. And mostly for Neorah, because I know a lot of people have been using Neorah for years, I know I have, the structure is very familiar. Like if I do want to use it every day, I know exactly what goes where. But if I don't have the time to put in like daily pages, then I still have a lot of flexibility to use the pages however I want to. The basic thing with undated planner is that you don't feel the guilt of skipping pages. You can take multiple pages per day or you can skip days, so that's definitely an added bonus. You can start literally at any point in time. You can start at the end of December. You don't have to wait for the start of the new year to start this planner. And you can put it down at any point in time too. So this year in Q4, I just randomly picked up an undated planner and started putting some things in my life together because I felt very restricted with all the structures that I had created for myself, which was not working for me as a corporate employee, as a toddler mom, and as a creator. So I needed something like a little flexible system to figure out what is my ideal system going into the new year, and an undated planner really helped me in that journey. In my view, an undated planner really adapts to your life. It doesn't need you to adhere to the structure of the planner. And why the Neorah Undated Planner works so well is that it is the exact same structure. It is the same reliable paper quality. I know that my planner is not going to be falling apart in a year even if I write in it every single day. And I keep showing you guys the planner I used for 2025. Like, look at how much I have used that planner, and it is complete. It's finished now. I have used almost every single page apart from the weeklies. I have used all of the dated daily pages, and I use this as a work planner, right? So sometimes I have had to take notes on the days which are the weekend pages, which was a little annoying, but then that problem really gets solved with an undated planner because none of the days are marked out. So it's just like a continuous notebook, and you date it when you want to, don't when you don't, right? So having an undated planner is actually really beneficial, especially when you have really one of those crazy hectic work days and just to-dos are just piling on and one page is not enough. So you can just go on and on and on, and you don't have to worry about spilling over on the other dates. So that's one place where you definitely need an undated planner. The second thing where it comes in really handy is when I'm doing some content creation or filming days. So it helps to have the weekly structure wherein I can put in all the days where I can be scripting when I have time, the days where I will be able to shoot, the days where I can edit, and when it will be published. Okay, so this is the monthly section of my undated planner, and quickly I'll just show you. So over here, sometimes you can see that there's a video icon. Basically, I've made like a play button over here, and those are the days where I plan to put out a video. Whatever other like actual video that I'm thinking of, it might go into my weekly spread. The weekly spread also doesn't really have a hard and fast structure. What I generally do is put like a big blocks of YouTube, and then each of the items just become what I have to do for that whole thing. So this entire block could be YouTube if I wanted it to be. So that way the weekly sections really come in handy. And sometimes in the daily sections I have like my meal plan and I do my like full day routines, but also sometimes because it's just a blank thing, I make lists and packing lists and stuff like that. So it really helps on the days when I just want to like do a lot of brain dumping and then figure out and put everything into its own place, kind of sort out the things. And I don't want like the guilt of missed out dates staring at me. On those days, this undated planner gives me one place to think, one place to organize, and zero pressure to keep up with it. Why it makes sense to own both? Now, this might be a question that some of you might ask, that okay, either I'm one kind of a person who really likes to use a dated system, or I like to use an undated system. Why would I need to own both? I'll tell you why I need to own both. Sometimes it helps me to have a lot of structure, especially like with respect to my home routines, right? And I am the kind of person who always uses multiple planners for multiple purposes. It's just how my brain works. I feel like a lot of my actual life things are very private to take into work. A lot of my work things are very confidential to bring into my home planner. So I don't want to mix the two. When I am in a planner, I'm in that zone. So if I'm at home, I just want to be fully present for my family, for my daughter, just doing the things for them. And when I'm at work, I want to be fully present at work, doing what needs to be done. If you give me a fully undated planner, and I had one at the beginning of this year, which was the Moleskine one, it is beautiful. The paper quality is great. I kind of used it for a little bit of junk journaling in the middle. If it is fully undated and that is my primary planner, I'm not going to be using it. I think it is too cumbersome to keep putting in, all the dates for every month. Like that setup, that extra setup, it just feels like as much work as like a bullet journal, and it's just too much. Like I don't have the time for that. So my primary planner would always be a fully dated planner, but I also always have an undated planner on hand, which is basically for like the extremely busy days, for the very overwhelming days, or sometimes when I just need a reset of my system, like I did in Q4 with the Amazon Basics planner. That is basically pretty much why I have both of these in my stack, and slowly I will reveal to you my entire 2026 stack, but there definitely has to be a dated and an undated planner, just because that's how my mind works. Yeah, I hope you liked this video. It was a little different. And if you want to get this undated daily planner, the link would be in my description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.